Gonna unwind first. Inhale and exhale. I want you to find a rhythm that is all your own. It's like your fingerprint. You're gonna inhale through your nose and you're gonna exhale through your mouth. But you're gonna try to relax your body as you do that. So with every breath that you take, you're going to try to send ease to the parts of your body that you're feeling a little crunched up in. So like I always try to relax my shoulders. I always try to send soothing breaths to my back. Before we get started, what I want you guys to do is I want you to check in and see, do a quick scan. How am I feeling? How am I doing? How am I really doing today? How am I emotionally? How am I spiritually? What emotions are coming up? Because I want you to know that while we're stretching, whatever you're feeling that's kind of buried down, deep down inside, whether or not you want it to come up or not, some of those emotions may arise. So if you're tapped into your inner self, if you're tapped into your inner goddess, your inner king, your inner warrior, you're going to feel those, they're going to come up. So don't be afraid. It's quite normal. Whatever you're feeling and you're supposed to be feeling in this moment, whatever you're feeling is valid. Just breathe through it. If you get too overwhelmed and you want to lay on your back and you just want to relax, that's okay. For those of you that are on Zoom, when you do that, you are communicating to me, D, I just need some ease. Now, no one can see you, so as we go through this routine, and it's going to be a gentle stretch, I'm going to try to open up your lower back and release some of that tension and that anxiety that you have in your core. So we're going to do things specifically to shift the energy a little bit for you today. The thing about stretching is you're in control. And you can tell your body what to do. You can speak ease into your body. So that's what I want you to do today. So we're going to do 3 minutes. So find that rhythm that I was talking about. Inhale and exhale. Just take a few breaths in the beginning. If you want to take a deep one, just so you're like pulling in nice fresh air and then blowing it out of your mouth, and just then relax and close your eyes. I close my eyes because I want to get rid of all the visual distractions. It just allows me to just tap in and tune in with myself. So place your hands so that they're in a position where they fall outside of your body, and relax those shoulders down and away from your ears, and just start breathing. Just take control of that breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth, and relax. And relax your face. Unclench your jaw. It's the first thing in the morning. You have no business being tight yet, but I know sometimes sleeping, maybe you had a bad dream, maybe you went to bed and you didn't center yourself, but this is, at any point during the day, you can always come back to this. You can always give yourselves 3, 5, 10 minutes during the day and just breathe, calm your nervous system down, pour love into yourself, and check in with yourself. There's no rules about how often you can do this. So just keep your breath going. Inhale and exhale. Big inhale. Inhale everything that you want to feel. So I want to feel love. I want to feel happy. I want to feel ease. I want to feel calm. I want to feel abundant. I want to feel amazing. I want to feel light. I want to feel love. All those things you're going to inhale. And then you're going to exhale everything you don't want. Worry. You don't want to feel anxious. Just let go of it. Just keep your breath going. You're going to inhale and exhale. Breathe and relax. And as I'm doing this, sometimes what I do is I roll my shoulders to check on how my neck is feeling, to check on whether or not I have any tightness in my shoulders, my upper back. So I'm doing my assessment as I'm doing for the first part of my breathing. So inhale and exhale, relax and breathe. Relax that kind of like, you know how you like create like a burrow in the middle of your forehead. Just let that go. Just let go of it. Relax your temples. Inhale and exhale and breathe and relax. And if you're not feeling relaxed yet, that's okay too. Whatever you're feeling is where you're supposed to be right now. Just breathe. Inhale and exhale. You're one. You're one with the universe today. You are love and you are light, and your place in this universe has purpose. Whatever it is you do to take care of you, your family, your community, the world, whatever passions you have, whatever hobbies you have that you use to spread your light, you are meant to be doing that. You're an abundant, beautiful, brilliant light. So just use that to help you soar. Keep your breath going. That was 3 minutes, but we're still gonna keep winding down. We're still tuning in and tapping in with ourselves. I don't want you to move your body and check in. So you're gonna do you're either gonna do a circle with your torso so you can check your middle, upper, lower back to see how you're feeling. So when I'm stretching by myself, there's no one watching me, and honestly guys, no one can see you right now, so there's no kind of like rules. I want you to stretch your body in ways where you, even if it looks like you're looking a little crazy right now, it's okay. Nobody can see you guys on Zoom, and no one can see you on Instagram. Just stretch, do a little check test. So I know right now this part of my back is a little bit tight, so I'm going to stretch a little bit there, release that tightness. So I'm going to try to stretch over. So what I want you to do is, because the goal of this is for you to find where where you have restrictions, where you have tightness, where you're sore. I'm going to come up, I'm going to do a little quick twist to see if my back is tight, and I just got a nice crack in my lower back there. So this is your diagnostic right now. You're checking in with yourself. Again, I'm going to go side to side on my head. I'm going to drop my chin down to my chest and stretch and see if the back of my neck is tight. I'm going to just hold on to my head gently and just rock my head from side to side. Try to release that little bit of tightness. It's that same spot in my upper shoulder blade area, just by my, where my spine and my shoulder blade meet, that I'm feeling that tightness. So something's happening there that I gotta release and I gotta open. Now come back to neutral. Take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Relax. Breathe. You can open up your legs for this next one because we're gonna stretch forward. We're going to stretch forward, but I want you to open your legs and have your legs straight. So if you're sitting on a pillow, I have doubled up on my pillows today. I'm going to take one out so I can get a little bit closer towards the ground. I'm going to stretch my legs. I'm going to try to go forward with my torso straight, so lifted. So I'm going to try to go forward in my torso lifted. You can open your legs as far as you want to do this one. So chin up, chest up. Imagine you have a crown on your head and you don't want it to fall off. You're going to keep that crown on your head and you're going to go forward. Now you're grabbing onto the inside of your feet and you're keeping those feet straight. So this is what I want you to think. Whenever I'm doing a squat, a jump squat, or anything you're jumping forward, backwards, I want you to think here. Crown on my head, chin is parallel to the floor, I'm looking forward. If you're in this position, there's no way you're going to put additional pressure on your back. You're never hunched forward. So that is what I want you to think. Now, open your legs a little bit wider. Come up, open your legs a little bit wider, and go in a little bit further. Same thing, chin up, chest up. Legs are straight. You're testing right now. Good morning, guys. You're testing right now how those inner thighs feel. My inner thigh muscles are really tight. This is as far as I'm going to go today. But you open up as wide as you can and keep your chin up and your chest up, but do not hold on to your breath. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to try to open up a little bit more. Nope, my body's like, girl, what you trying to do with me today? That's always been one of my restrictions, my limitations. But this year I'm going to make that wide leg split my superpower. If I release, guys, open up, come in, take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Come up with your legs straight. We're going to do straight leg now. Breathe, relax. First, take a breath. Between each transition, I want you to feel emboldened that you can take a breath. You can relax. Some of you have a little bit more meat back there than I do. You might want to wiggle around, pull out all that meaty stuff. Firm now. Take this pillow out. Firm now. You're going to sit firm on the floor. And then you're gonna point your toes towards your face. So what I want you to do is, yes, you might have to open your legs a little bit for this one to make some room. I want you to bring your heels towards you. So your knees come up towards you. You're gonna use your two pointer fingers, your pointer and your middle finger. You're gonna place it between your big and your second toe. A lot of you say that you cannot touch your toes, right? That's not true. I'm gonna show you a little trick here. Then you're going to do chin up, chest up, take a breath. On your exhale, drive your heels away from you. Guess what, guys? You're grabbing onto your toes. Flex those toes towards your face. So try that again if you need to. If you've lost grip of it, your pointer and your middle finger. Those heels can come out hip width, wherever you need to be to get those heels in. Some of you might not be able to do this right now, so bring those legs open. Grab onto your toes, drive your legs out away from you. If you can grab onto the bottom of your feet without doing that, go ahead and do that. As you go down, you're gonna find your back is rounding a little bit. That's okay. Now what I want you to do is drop your chin towards your chest and drive your toes away from you as you're grabbing onto your feet. If you're grabbing onto the ball of your feet with your palms, that's ideally what I want you to do, because I want you to press away. Press away, press away, press away, press away. Breathe. Now, if you can't do that, another modification is grabbing onto a band, using a band, and just doing it this way. So that's the third way of doing it. You don't get that same resistance. Make sure the band is not on your toes. It's on the ball to the middle, to the arch of your foot, and you're going to reach down and press. The goal is to keep those knees pressed down to the floor and your legs straight. Now gently release. Take a breath. Open up your legs. Shake them out. We're going to do your single leg stretch because a little birdie told me your lower back was hurting you today. This is one of my favorite stretches because it stretches so much. So I want you to go into it thinking, I'm going to be so open when I come out of this, because we're going to go into it for a little while. We're going to go into it for about 2 minutes. Seems like a long time, but it really isn't, because half of it is your setup and then you go into. So if you've done this before and you want to start climbing into it, because the 2 minutes goes by really fast, turn your torso so that your torso is facing that extended leg. Relax this foot as much as you can. So you have to bring that foot out a little bit. Go ahead and do that. Wiggle around. Make sure you're sitting firmly on both butt cheeks, right? So wiggle that foot. Bring that knee down as far as you can. You're going to turn your body and you're going to reach for that extended foot. Now, again, I have my band here as my modification because some of you today, you either may not want to or you can't reach your foot yet. That's okay. Grab onto it with a band and reach down. See how I'm going down? I'm trying to stretch this. The ideal stretch is here. Grab onto the outside of your foot. Everyone go in, and you're going to stay in here for 2 minutes. Now I'm going to do it with you so I can feel the same release that you're feeling. The goal right here is to get your forward towards your knee. So I'm always tight on this one side, guys. This one side of my body takes a beating. So ultimately you're stretching lower back muscles that meets the glute, upper back muscle, middle back, upper back, your shoulders, you're stretching your entire side body on this side. When you're that leg that's extended, I want you to try to flex your toes towards your face. Now that palm side of your hand is going to go as far down as the side of your foot, so touching the floor. But if you're not there yet, that's okay. If you're just grabbing onto your toes, try to twist over and get that stretch down your back. As you're in here, you're going to inhale and exhale. We're going to do 2 full rounds of this, back to back. And then we're going to do stretch our inner thigh muscles, and then we're going to stretch our glutes. So we're trying to open things up a little bit before we climb into any postures that are really going to be glute activated. You can release and come back in at any point, but I have to tell you, the longer you stay in here, the more release you're going to feel. Now, you're not trying to force this stretch. You're trying to go into it as far as you can, and then you're trying to, when you feel like you have a little opening, you're going to climb your body down a little bit more, and that's the goal, is to gently and slowly try to get in there, not force it. Inhale and exhale and breathe and relax. any point. If you feel uncomfortable, slowly come out, but we're going for the full 2 minutes. Take your time, use your breath, inhale and exhale. Let your body just go into it. And you guys will not believe, I didn't start my timer, so release. I'm sorry, guys. That happens one too. Every once in a while I forget to start the timer. My apologies. I swear, I'm going to start it on this side. I was like, damn, that's a long 2 minutes. Michelle's probably cursing me out today. I'm sorry. I love you. I do love you guys. All right, switch sides. All right, I'm putting the timer on now. It's starting. I don't know what just happened. All right, switch sides. Remember, lifted torso if you can first going in. Relax that leg down on the side. See, I'm actually giving you 15 seconds of grace right now on this one side. All right, reach over. Grab onto your toes. Use your band if you need to. Use your band on this side if you need to. Sometimes one side is a little bit tighter than the other. That's quite normal. So see, for me, look right here. I can go all the way in, but on this side, believe it or not, yeah, this is side. This leg, usually, so I'm stretching this side when I'm doing this stretch, side body, opposite side. This one side, my calves and my hamstrings feel a little tight. So it's the same side I couldn't get that full reach, so I want you to pay attention to that. We're using my body as the gauge today. Everything on this one side is tight. I'm trying to flex my toes towards my face right now, and it feels a little bit like, D, that's too much. So that whatever restriction I have is running all the way from the bottom of my feet all the way up to my glutes and my lower back. So pay attention. I might have to, well, I'm going to have to roll out my quads, my hamstrings, my glutes on this side, do a few more tests. So ultimately, stretching is not a replacement for releasing and soaking and doing everything else. It has to come in combination with other tools and other resources so that you're getting the best opening. But ultimately, you get to do your diagnostic when you're stretching, and you are allowing your body to just tell you while you're doing this, what else do I need? Where else do I need to go? Do I need to roll out the bottom of my feet? Do I need to roll out my hamstrings? And that's exactly what I'm going to do after I'm done with this and I'm done with my 8 a.m. meditation. So gently release, guys. Come all the way out. I didn't forget the timer this time. What we're doing, that muscle that runs back there from the top of your glute into your middle back and runs all the way up, that's what we're trying to release, kids. We're going to go glutes next. So before we go into anything spicier, I want you to do your butterfly. You're going to place your bottom of your feet together, and you're bringing your chin up and your chest up, and you're just going to be in whatever spot you want to be. You can rock from side to side. I like the rocking motion. Helps me to gently open up my inner thigh muscles. And another thing I like to do is place one block underneath me, one block underneath my butt. Gives me a little bit more height, so I'm going to turn this one the other way. And one just below my feet. And then it's going to give me a little bit more room to open up that butterfly. So if you have blocks, this is something you might want to do, something you can do to help you kind of train. Now, if you have a partner and you trust that they'll be gentle with you, you can have them drive your legs open for you, so they'll be close to your back. But I do not recommend this if there is no trust in your body awareness. So there has to be a lot of trust for them to do that. So have them drive your legs open. I generally will put weights on my knees, like I'll put kettlebells, but that's after I've done 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds of this. Sometimes I sit and I just do this. So this is a great one for you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just relax that one side because we're going back into that other stretch. So I'm going to give your body just a little bit. So you're switching sides again. Remember, we're going to do 2 rounds. I promise, guys, I have the timer on this time, or I won't put it on. I'll just count. When I count, it goes a lot faster. When I count, if I do because I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my counting. So Relax. I'm going to come off of my blocks and I'm going to go. We're going to do that stretch again. This time, I want you to go straight into that spot where you ended up last time. Because remember, your goal is to get the side of your palm touching the bottom of the floor on that opposite side. That's your goal over time. You don't have to get there today. And even if you've gotten there before, you don't have to force it. So relax this bent knee, relax this leg. Find a position that helps you, that makes you feel, okay, I'm in the right spot. And then you're going to lift up with a lifted torso. You start with that lifted torso. You reach up and over. You go over and you grab onto the outside of your foot. And you just breathe first. All right, timer on. I'm not slacking this time. Breathe and relax. Inhale and exhale. Breathe. Big inhale, big exhale. Go deeper if you can. You're going to try to climb that hand down the side of your foot. Use your breath. Don't hold on to your breath. Inhale and exhale. See, I'm climbing down. Every time I feel like I have a little bit more room, I'm going to climb that hand down. But I'm not rushing it. I'm not forcing it. I'm letting my body tell me when I have that opening. I'm taking my time with it. I'm taking my time because the last thing you want to do is strain that muscle. That muscle right there doesn't like to be forced. So take your time. Use your breath. Breathe and relax. Relax and breathe as best you can. I want you to come out as slow as you can. Just unwind. And then slowly twist into that bent knee and take this one in. Release, come back to neutral. It feels so much better when I remember the timer. Exhale, guys. Exhale and switch sides. Exhale. Just let go. Whatever you have in your life that's not supposed to be there anymore, let that shit go. We're not holding on to anything anymore. Switch sides. I'm one of those people I always used to say, oh my God, they're going to be in my life forever. Or this is my forever job. Oh my God, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I'd be like, this is my forever job. I found my forever home. There's no such thing as forever, guys. Just move with the flow. Move with the shift. Pivot whenever you have to. Don't stay stuck in your life. Just keep pushing. Keep going. Switching sides. Come on up. Guys, we're stretching. We're opening up our bodies. Be a little bit more happy about the situation. Am I the only person that's happy on Wednesdays? Tell me. Switch sides. Go into Michelle's like, I'm not even messing with her today. I'm just going into my stretch. Switch sides. Switch sides. Come on, June. Get in there. Stop messing around. Stop stalling. You guys know you need this. Reach over. Reach over. Grab onto the outside of your foot. And go in for that 2 minutes. Inhale and exhale and breathe. Go in as far as you can. And really try to stretch now. Here's the thing. My left side, my glutes and my lower back's not tight. But on this right side, my hamstrings and my calf is tight. So while I can do one part of the stretch really open, a release is what I need for part of this stretch to really be effective. So I'm not gonna force it. I'm gonna let my body, I'm just gonna grab onto the top of my feet here and get that stretch on the opposite side of my body, and maybe I'll give a little bit more ease in my leg so that I'm not forcing that stretch, not forcing to cause any harm in my hamstring. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna just breathe through it. I'm gonna do as much as I can right now, and then I'm gonna go do the additional recovery that I need for my body to be fully open. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. Don't force it, don't push it. Be at one with your body. Let it tell you what it needs, and then go ahead and do those things for it. Breathe. Breathe and relax. Inhale and exhale. Gently come out. Take your time. And twist into the bent leg. And we're gonna do lower back because that was the area that you guys said, you know, you're feeling the most tightness in, but we're gonna do lower back with another stretch. So we're gonna do our figure four, but we're also gonna stretch our lower back out. Stretch our arms and everything. Now release, come back to neutral. Everyone, make your way onto your stomach for a quick second, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna strengthen and stretch our lower back. This has become one of my go-to stretches that I do this before I go to bed. I do it also in the morning when I wake up and I'm on my bed. Your chin is on the floor. You're going to place your hands just above your bust line. So measure bust line. Palms are outside, about 6 inches outside of your body. Elbows are tucked into you, close to you, as close as you can, not out here, kind of tucked. Top of your feet are firmly planted on the ground. You're going to lift up your chest, and you're going to check and see how your lower back feels, middle back feels in here. Now this is strengthening. And then I want you to push your body away from you and come back down. So you're just doing a little test. You're not staying in there. Don't be afraid. We're not staying. We're just testing. Because what you want to do ultimately is this to this. This to this. So your child's pose kind of to another one. When you come forward, check and see where your arms are, how your shoulders feel. Some of you might have to bring your hands out a little bit further. That's okay. You might have to turn your fingertips away from you because you want this trend. Don't put any additional stress on your wrist. Bring your hands in whatever position makes you feel good. Turn your hands in whatever spot makes you feel good. There's no rules here. You're going forward and backwards. The goal is to open your hands as wide as you need to, so you're not dropping into your shoulder blades. You're kind of pushed away. Your shoulders are not close to your ears. Your shoulders are away from your ears. So pay attention to that. Push back all the way back so that you can try to get that butt as close to your feet, your heels as possible. You're going to go forward and backwards at your own pace. Take your time. 2 more rounds of that, and then we're going to come up and we're going to do our cat-cow. We're going to roll our lower back and everything out. Before we do that, though, here's what I want you to do. I want you to come up on your tabletop, and I want you to stretch your upper body down. Keep that butt up. Stretch that upper body down. Stretch your arms out far. It goes down to the floor if you can, or on a block if you need it, on stacked books, on your fists. Just stretch that body out as far as you can. So you're stretching those arms, your shoulders, your chest. You're driving that body down to the floor as far as you can. So drive it down. Really stretch those arms out and those shoulders out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Now push back and take some ease. Give your body some rest right now. And breathe. Inhale and exhale, breathe. All right, guys, come up into your tabletop, full tabletop now. We're gonna roll our body around. So we have about 10-15 minutes after this. I really want to get that lower back. So you're gonna roll your body up and around from your cat into your cow. You're gonna roll. We're not doing the other stretch right now. You're gonna roll your body up and around. And I want you to drop your head, tuck your pelvis as you would if you were doing your cat-cow. But you're rolling, and then you're going to go in the opposite direction. Roll, up, around. And you can push back if you want to. You can come up if you want to. Check yourself, check in with yourself. Stretch those arms here. If you have time to soak after this, go ahead and do that, because we're going to open up some muscles that... See, so right here, this stretch right here for me, I'll do it all the time before I go to bed. Go from side to side and stretch and open up my body, open up all of this. Give myself some, because I don't like to go to bed tight. I don't like feeling tight. I don't like feeling locked up. I don't like feeling like I can't do my workouts. I don't like feeling like I can't move without any restrictions. All right, guys, come up. Take a quick intermission here on your feet if you can. The goal is to sit here on your feet, chest up, elevated torso. So sit back, don't sit up. The only reason I want you sitting here is if you can't go all the way back yet, your quads are too tight. So here, but place your hands down on the floor if you need to. But everyone else, sit up, sit back, relax those shoulders away from your ears. You can drop your hands down to your side if you want, or you can have them on your thighs. I want you to relax your shoulders away from your ears. Drive your shoulder blades together if you can. So drive as though you're doing a row. You're going to drive the shoulders back to work on your posture here. And you're going to just breathe for a minute. You're actually stretching your quads. You're working on your ankle mobility. Your heels are not touching. They have to open a little. So you're not up here. That's when you start to feel that tightness on your inner thigh. Your heels are not together. Your heels are not together. See how my toes are touching and my heels are kind of like, it's that same motion you do with your butterfly. That's what you're doing with your feet right now. So make sure you're not doing that, because otherwise, if you try to do that, you're putting a lot of pressure on that muscle on that inner thigh and just close to your knee. If you can't sit here just yet, that's okay. Sit with your legs crossed. We're just going to breathe for a few minutes. Not even a few minutes, just a minute. Just coming back to our center, and then we're going to lay on our back and release our lower back. So we're doing a gentle stretch of your quads right now. So if you can get into this posture, I want you to sit in here, because this is the way we're stretching quads today. We're just sitting through it. We're breathing through it. We're not forcing it. So inhale and exhale. And remember, you can come out of this at any point, but I want you to find something in your mind and breathe through it right now. So relax and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Every time you breathe out, I want you to relax those shoulders a little bit further away from your ears and find a place of calm and ease. So this is our quad stretch for the day. So you're working through it. You're working through whatever that tightness is. If you want to open your legs a little bit, go ahead and do that. If you want to work up to doing this and you're not able to, you can put a block between your legs, or a hardcover book, a pillow, something to help you to get there. But remember, as we're doing this, you can come all the way out if you want to and push back into an, kind of like an elevated V. Push here. Just to give your legs some ease if you need it. You're also doing an inversion when you do that, so that'll give you some relief if you need to come out of it. Yep. Great job, guys. If you need that little bit of ease, tuck your toes, come up, press back, but you're transitioning from one stretch straight into the other one. And you're gonna come back into that neutral spot and you're gonna breathe. So do that as many times as you need to, because you're also walking out your heels and your hamstrings in that other stretch. You're placing your hands down on the ground, popping up. You can do a quick walkout if you want to. Then you're gonna come back into this posture and sit down. I've put timer on for 3 minutes and we're already past 2. So just have a minute to go. So keep your breath going. Inhale and exhale. Breathe and relax. All right, guys, release out of that and go into your lunge. We're just going to do a few rocks from front to back. So remember positioning yourself here, because I feel tightness in my hips. I know you guys might be feeling it too. So here, we're just going to do a minute on each side. Then we're going to make our way down to the mat. I'm putting the timer on, guys. I got you. Place your hands down on the ground if you need to. And just rock forward and backwards at your own pace. Breathe. Just a minute here. Go far back as you can. You don't have to force it. And soak today, guys. Please soak. I may go live again this evening, so turn on your notifications for Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. Because if I go live, you'll get additional stretch. I'm going to post another stretch for you guys, a few stretches that you can do in addition to what we did today. Now make your way all the way down on your mat. It's time to relax. It's time to relax. All right, guys, make your way down on the mat. All the way down and relax. Relax, relax. You can do your resting butterfly here. You can go from side to side. What I want you to do is think about the twist that you want to do. And you're going to do that now. So I like to, first before I start my twist, I like to go from side to side. Bring my palms out at a T, facing up, and just roll from side to side. Oh yeah, baby. You guys heard that. That is my lower back. Roll from side to side. And then I like to bring my legs up and flex my toes forward and backwards so I can work on those hamstrings a little bit more. Work on those calves a little bit more. Then I'm going to drop my feet down to the ground. I'm going to come up and tuck my pelvis. I'm going to go into a twist. So decide how far you want your twist to be. If you want to have that lower leg extended, go ahead and do that. If you feel like your upper body can't go the full twist just yet, it's okay. Just breathe into it for right now. So breathe into it. Or bring that bottom foot in. And just relax the upper body. You can bring that hand that's on the opposite side up over your head. And you got to stretch in your chest, your arms. It's going to open up a little bit more of a stretch for you. So go ahead and do that. Sorry guys, just talking to me. Inhale and exhale, breathe. Release and reverse. Go to the other side. Take your time. Go on the other side. Oh, I'm getting all sorts of cracks in my back today. Oh my God, guys. Feels amazing. Now bring the feet in if you need to. Don't force your stretch. Remember, you're bringing that hand up and over your head on the opposite side so that you can get a stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Bring your hands in whatever position makes you feel at ease on that side. Relax and breathe. Relax your feet. Don't, let them kind of fall out to where they need to go for you to feel ease in your lower body and your lower back. The sun is out today. I can feel this. I'm inside and I don't have direct contact with the sun right now, but I can feel the rays of the sun. Like I can feel the intensity of it today. All right, guys, come back to neutral. Bring the bottom of your feet down and on the floor. Or you can fully extend your legs right now if you want to. We're going to do 2 minutes of breathing. So I want for these next 2 minutes, I want you to pour into yourself as best you can. I'm going to lay flat on the ground, feet fully extended. My lower back feels supported, so I'm going to go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
She's talking too much today. We're going to just breathe for 2 minutes is what we're going to do. We don't want you to talk to us. Breathe, relax. Inhale and exhale. Let your heels face each other. Let your toes fall out. You can wiggle your hands right now if you want. Kind of massage your palms. Wiggle your fingertips. And then just let them relax. Wiggle your toes same way. And then relax. Just make sure your arms are in a position where you don't feel overwhelmed. So if you want to bring them down by your side with your palms facing up, go ahead and do that. And just breathe and relax and Think about the amazing day you're about to have. Think about the amazing journey, abundant journey that you're on. Think about all the beautiful things that you have lined up for your future, for your family, for the next generation. Just think about just how grateful you should be today to be alive, to have one more day to share your blessing with the world. Whatever it is that you do, you're a photographer, you're a cyclist, you are a mom, you take care of others, you're a nurse, you help, you're in, whatever it is that you do. If you provide security, if you provide love, if you, guys, whatever you do in this world is valid. Don't let anyone make you feel like that what you're doing is not important. There's a role that we all have to play for this world to go around. Some of us have bigger assignments than others. Some of us have, to have greater impact, and that's okay. Whatever your role is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Come back to neutral. You can bring your knees into your chest if you want. And then relax your body. Come up. Do a quick twist if you want to. Move into your day with purpose and passion. Have an amazing, abundant day, beautiful people. You guys are loved. You guys are